Good evening, everyone. I'm Tiffany T. Thank you for tuning in. I'm here with the marvelous Sam DJ Gonzo. Hey, Sam.
Hello.
It's the vent, and we are live. It's Wednesday. It's Sunday. What a day. So Sunday, 10 p.m. we're live every single week here on Blab, and that's Pacific time. So hope everybody's well. Thanks for tuning in, and let's get this party started. How are you, Sam? What's up with you today?
Just relaxing and staying awake. See, you're probably more awake than I am.
Well, you're 3 hours ahead of me. I can only imagine.
So, it's 1 o'clock where I am compared to your 10 o'clock time.
Right?
Awesome.
Love it.
But I was used to this. I've been used to this because even when I co-hosted a show on Monday nights, it was always starting at 1 in the morning. So and we would usually go for 3 hours.
Really?
So
wow, that's crazy.
Yeah,
you're a trooper. I appreciate you so much.
We got used to the whole 11 o'clock Eastern time, though. So that's what it was. How are you doing?
I am fabulous as always, just a little tired. I've been going nonstop. Oh my gosh. It's been like one project after the other. I had a really good shoot with Teresa tonight, and for the Soul Search show on Wednesdays. And I am ready to retire for the night. I already have my drink. Cheers. But
I got tea.
Yeah, mine's Gatorade and
watered down tea.
I was just going to say that, watered down. So anyways, let's see. Tonight, I kind of wanted to discuss, I've been noticing a lot with many different people that, and I invited Donnie to come on, and I hope he makes it. If not, he can hopefully join us some other time. But I was really intrigued with the concept and idea of not like bullying or anything, but just like what I guess in Blab it's called trolling. And then there's a different side of it too, where people are just talking shit. And I wanted to give my personal opinion and share an experience that I wanted to Sam you to as well, and whoever else wants to jump in, they can. But it seems to be like, I think like they just had an awareness thing over it. I'm not sure, like in high schools or whatnot, but you and I both don't keep up with the news, so I'm not.
Well, when it comes to like trolling, I keep up with the cyberbullying side of it, because technically it does get to a point where people get cyberbullied a lot when it comes to trolling, and not a lot of people understand that. Yeah, it may be fun to the person trolling, but it's not so fun to the person that's having to take it. And then it gets to the point to where people physically hurt themselves. You
have a personal experience with that, right?
Yeah, I lost a nephew last year.
So sorry. And it's from bullying?
Yeah, cyberbullying. So, and even before that, when I was 17, my friend was 18, grew up with him. When I was in first grade, he was like one of my best friends all the way up to high school. And then he got bullied and took his own life. So I have it hard when it comes to stuff like that. And that's just one of those.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
It's just one of those things that it replays in my head on a, just a time lapse. And I go like, I wonder what would happen if my friend would still be here you know,
Mm-hmm.
how different my life would be knowing that the friend that I grew up with was still alive, because we used to hang out all the time. And then from the ages of like 18 to now, never got to see that person again. So
Yeah.
it's tough.
It is tough. It's a serious thing. I mean, I personally think that there's a difference between joking around and pushing the envelope a little bit too far. You know, I haven't personally known anybody that has killed themselves over that, but I've heard many stories, and yeah, I mean, it's a serious thing these days.
And I see it all the time. A couple weeks ago, a girl killed herself because she ratted her ex-boyfriend out because she got raped, and then she went into Periscope, and people on Periscope were bullying her, and so she killed herself.
Wow.
It's and the thing is, they broadcast it, and that's the sad part of it, you know. I know in Canada a couple of years ago, this girl got bullied to the point where she took her own life. So bullying is just not, when it starts with trolling, you know, here and there, stuff like that, and then it gets to the points where cyberbullying comes in.
Mm-hmm.
People don't know how to stop.
Yeah, I agree. Well, I mean, it's like that with everything. Like, there's always something that like pushes somebody to the edge and whatever. I found a really cool quote earlier. I know, I'm such a dork. Okay. It says, bullying is just a sign of another's insecurities, and the problem does not dwell within you, but within themselves. Whoever is trying to bring you down is already below you. And I thought that was pretty like a bold statement, and very accurate, and to me, very true. You know, I didn't like, I was picked on in school. Like, that's why I graduated high school at 16. Like, one of the reasons I was like, I didn't fit in with anyone. I was like, see ya, I'm out of here. Like, on to adulthood or whatever. Like, this is like high school BS and drama. And like, I always got accused of like sleeping with somebody's boyfriend. Like, even before like I lost my virginity, it was ridiculous. So, girls, I know girls definitely can be really mean sometimes. And, I don't know. My best friend Victoria has tons of experience with that too, and I think that's like one of the reasons why we connected so well. And that's why I'm all about like spreading love and compassion in the world. Like, we really need to be more loving and compassionate with everybody, starting with ourselves. And that's, I think, where it all stems from. It's like, if you're not secure with you, and you're not okay with you, or something's off, you're gonna take that out on other people in other ways. So that's why I'm a huge advocate of self-awareness, and that's what I do. But yeah,
when I was growing up, I had to teach myself how to fight off a troll or a bully. And I know in high school, I got into one fight literally my whole time in high school, and that fight made me who I am school-wise, because this guy, he went up to sucker punch me from behind. I turned around, I caught his arm and threw the back of his head into the cement wall behind me.
that's awesome.
But I done it so quick. The security guard saw it. The cop down the hall saw it, and saw that I didn't start it. I just reacted real fast. And even though that kid was in the hospital for, I want to say, 3.5 months, I still went to school the next day. Never got kicked out for fighting. The principal saw everything that went down, so they knew that I didn't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
That kid still got jail time for it.
Wow.
Somehow. And I graduated on time. Well, early, actually. So
And I'm sure nobody picked on you after that, right?
Yeah, nobody picked on me after that. And even like when it comes to trolls or like people that troll online, if they have to stoop down to that level and troll me, they must be jealous for something.
Yeah. I mean, again, like jealousy stems from insecurities too. So yeah, you're right.
I usually let the trolls troll, and I tell them all the same thing. I go like, you can troll all you want. You can try to get me upset, cry, whatever. I know who I am as a person, and you guys don't know who you are. So you guys obviously need to go pick on somebody else, and because other people are picking on you probably in real life. If that's the case, you could always call this number. I give out like the cyberbullying phone number for them.
The hotline number.
Sometimes the hotline number, and if they're depressed, I give out that number as well. And I just let it go. And they could be building up like in the chat with just a ton of stuff. And sometimes I do get tired of it because it gets old. Everything gets old. And I just kick them out the room or whatever. And they could come back if they have other accounts. And I just kick them out again. I think there was one night where me and my friend had a kick fest. This guy literally had, I want to say he had about 20 accounts in the matter of like 2 hours get banned from a room.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah. I was like, this guy just keeps on coming back, says the same thing, and ban. So I was like, I was up 18. My friend was up like 12, or not 8 or 12, but like 3 or 4. So we were literally taking score.
That's crazy. It makes you think. Like, I hope Blab gets to the point where when they're all like settled and out of beta and stuff, that one of their features is being able to have the control to not only do. I mean, it's kind of annoying that you have to boot whatever every single time, but and then it should be like to where the moderator or the host or co-host can unmod or unkick them out if they or revoke their privileges or whatever. But and hi, Rabbi, or
hey, Rabbi.
What do you like to be called?
Rabbi.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, it's so true. Rabbi is fine. Perfect. How are you doing tonight? Do you want to come in and join us on video, or would you prefer to stay in the chat? We're just talking about bullying and everything, and also how people take it too far to the limit and all that. So being doing perfect. Yeah, I think that I was going to bring up is like I personally don't really care if people talk shit behind my back or whatever. It bugs me a little bit. It used to bug me a lot before, I learned more about it and became like aware to the real solution or the real problem. And, but like, it just like, it frustrates me because like, why don't they just talk shit to my face? Oh yeah, because they're scared. They're cowardly. Otherwise, they wouldn't be talking behind your back. Like, I mean, it's just as simple as that. So I always have to remind myself of that. Which, yeah, sometimes it's tough. Like, especially with you. I mean, are you like? Have you had any personal experiences to where how you've handled it positively that you'd like to share? Or like put some insight in the situation.
Well, when it comes to stuff like that, when people are talking about me behind my back, I usually confront them because if they got something to say, they already said it. They may have something else to say.
Do you I'm
not afraid of confrontation at all.
Yeah, so you're more confrontational. You'd rather confront them right away and like get over it.
Yep.
Do you find that if you just leave it alone, that it just stops, or generally, or they move on to talking with someone else, or?
Okay, so yesterday, or the day before that, let me see. Today's Sunday. Sunday night. Saturday night, I was talked about by a group of people, and I addressed them today. I basically said, I understand people talk about people behind their backs, and I don't want to be a part of it at all. But when my name is brought up and I had these so-called friends in the same room, where were you guys to be like, hey, he's not here, quit talking about him. Wait until he comes around and then say what you have to say.
Mm-hmm.
You know, nobody could answer me that.
Well, it's not fair because that person's not there to defend themselves. I mean, everybody's story is a one-way street. So if you're gonna talk shit, at least give the other person the opportunity to defend themselves, or state their point of view, or whatever.
I think you were Gilbertine for a second.
What?
Okay, you're fine now.
Oh, okay. Did you hear what I said?
Yeah, it was just
do you want
really
to take this? Okay, you got it. Perfect. Yeah, well, what I was saying is, it's like, why not like give them the opportunity to defend themselves and, participate in the shit that's being talked. Hi, Rabbi. How are you?
I'm well. How are you, Tiffany?
Thank you. I'm perfect. Thanks for joining us.
My pleasure.
How are you, Rabbi?
I'm good. How you doing, Sam?
Good, man.
Mm-hmm.
So what state are you in?
I'm in Chicago, Illinois.
Awesome. Chicago. Wow, that's harsh. Have you lived there your whole life?
Yes, I'm born and raised here.
Awesome.
It's not as bad as Flint.
What's that?
It's not as bad as Flint.
It depends. You know what?
It's
I don't
still
know.
pretty bad.
I used to live an hour from Flint, and I'm glad I'm from Chicago. We got better food here, but yeah,
I'm Mexican, man. Come on.
I got plenty of those around here too.
Oh, a ton of them.
So
you fellas are everywhere.
We were just discussing the topic of like bullying and shit talking and all that stuff. And since you are a problem solver and into neuroscience and everything, do you want to add in your 2 cents or the psychology behind it? I mean, I know audio engineering, whatever, but it seems like you'd be able to give some insight on this topic as well.
I'll throw in how I understand what you're talking about. It sounds kind of like what you're talking about is gossip and drama, and the sort of way that you would handle that, socially. And to me, if like in the sense that you were just saying that it doesn't seem right, for people to not be there to defend themselves. To me, really, the question for that is that defend yourself against what? What's at stake? If I'm worrying to try to preserve my good name for a whole bunch of people that would entertain gossip as a way to damage how they understand me, it's not really worth anything to me. And I won't even address it. I won't avoid any of that. But if somebody comes and asks me about it, I'll be like, yeah, here's the truth about it.
Mm-hmm.
And drama is only as damaging as how much that you buy into it or play into it, I think.
So how much you make it.
I have no problem. I have no problem just kind of turning and walking away from people that gossip.
Yeah, so you're more of a fuck it, I don't care type of guy. I like that.
Well, I mean, like, I like people, I care, but I'm not going to let it ruffle my feathers.
Right.
It's not worth much to me.
Awesome.
I got books. I can just go and hang by myself. I know how to do that.
Right. Who needs people anyway? That's great. Yeah, I was. I heard that first actually this year. Who from a friend who it was just in a bad situation, and he was like bringing up his ex-girlfriend. He's like, well, actually, I can't even talk about her because she's not here to defend herself. And I'm saying what's my side of the story, and it's a one-way street. So why should I keep going on and telling you about it? I'm not going to. So, and I thought that was really like admirable of him. I was like, good on you. Like, that's awesome. Like, cool. Like, I mean, for what it was,
it's mature.
Yeah, exactly. It is. And I really think that, like,
sounds more like he just didn't want to talk about it, but
no, because I knew the whole situation. I think it was more that he's a genuine, caring person, and she's not there to say her side of the story. So what's the point? Like, whatever. And like,
totally.
Sam, you have a really good point too earlier. In general, it's just like, I think people that talk shit, they have that saying, what is it? Small minds talk about people, average minds talk about events, brilliant minds talk about ideas, or something like that. And when I'm out networking and everything, I really pay attention to that, because there's a lot of truth to be said in just that, that quote, that phrase, that sentence, whatnot. But the reason why you probably weren't here earlier when we started, but I've been getting a lot of emails and IMs and all that stuff about people, like, getting their feelings hurt from talking shit, or people bullying them, and people of all ages too. So that's why it's the vent. We're just here to get things off our chest, but we have to have a positive solution. So when leaving,
definitely. That's feelings are a difficult thing to repair once they are hurt. It's kind of often it is it's part of the process of developing a thicker skin and learning how to respond to things instead of react to them. You kind of have to take a couple of punches before you realize that when you get beat up, it's not permanent. And the damage is... Some
healing processes take a long time more than others, though, depending on the situation.
This is true. Yeah, depending on the situation, depending on who you are, what you value, different things. This is all very real, and it doesn't. We don't come with users manuals and stuff like that. This is all by the seat of our pants. So, it's good to have like that sort of outside voice of reason from time to time. So I agree about just having somebody to hang out with you and just be like, it's cool. Believe me, you will be fine. You won't believe it. You don't believe it now, but it'll get better when you're not looking,
Right.
Well, for me, what helps me through like a lot of anything that I go through, music. Just music. It's not being around anybody special, or just hanging out with either family or friends. It's music for me. Some people, they do it like better when they're drawing. Some people do it when they're making music, like playing drums, guitar, saxophone, trumpet. So everybody's process to get through stuff is a lot different than others.
That I'm not laughing at I was just getting a visual of a guy with a broken heart just taking his trumpet out in the backyard, just
like Lisa on The Simpsons. That's what I was thinking.
Be like, I made a song tonight based off.
Well, Tommy's bummed out again. I can hear him. Yeah.
And Steve, I love your comment, and that's what I was saying earlier. It's so true. And Steve says, I would much rather have someone tell me about it myself than say shit behind my back. And I was like, yeah, like I think the reason why people like talk shit, one of the reasons is like they're cowards. They can't go up to your face and be like, this is what's up, like let's solve it or whatever. It's just, which is
that was me Saturday night. People were talking about me behind my back, and I found out like hours later. And when I confronted the person, they just wouldn't talk about it, and they started attacking me. And then I was like, hey, it happened on Blab. So I was like, hey, let me cam up and talk, They said, well, this is my room. I don't feel like accepting you into this seat. So basically they wasn't letting me give a voice to them. They just wanted to be in control the whole entire time. And whatever they felt to say was right. It doesn't matter what I wanted to say or think.
And that says a lot about
when people are like that, there's no way to try to get your voice out there. Like I ended up going in the chat and started typing stuff. Every time I sent something, they deleted it.
Yeah, that says a lot about someone.
Yeah. The sad thing is that person came into this room just a couple of minutes ago. So
it's not me, is
that
it?
shows a lot about that person.
I drink at night sometimes. I don't know if I'm talking shit to people. No, I'm kidding.
Nah.
Oh my gosh. That's it does, like, you know, the way, I mean, I don't know. Humans don't freaking come with a handbook, you know, whatever. Like, we all have issues. We all have our shit. We all have good and bad, like, whatever.
Everyone's different.
Yeah, exactly. And it's on different levels, different scales, different things. And that's what's really cool about life. Like, that's what's beautiful. Like, that's what makes the world go around. Like, if we were all the same and we were all, you know, participating in the same stuff and doing the same thing,
it would be boring.
It would be boring. It would be fucking boring. Like, I don't know. Like, it's just, I came up with like a really profound.
Is that the worst thing?
Right. Like, I was super stoned the other night and I came up with a really profound statement about that. And I totally forgot it, of course, because I didn't write it down. You have some respect for them, Steve. And I never will be liked by everybody. You know, and that's true. You won't be liked by everyone. And I mean, when I first started doing videos and everything, like, I really came to terms with the fact that, like, some people are going to fucking hate me. I don't care. Some people are going to, I don't care. Some people are going to love me. I don't care. Some people aren't going to, like, you know, it's like, once you're secure with yourself, then all that stuff doesn't matter. I mean, yeah, it's a little bit challenging, but whatever. At the end of the day, like, you know, you're the one that has the decision to make the choice to react and act how you will. And that's, like, I think one thing that we all know that we have control over in life. We don't control people, places, things, or situations. We control how we react to things. And, you know, like,
then gaining that though, I think it takes I would consider like a tremendous amount of fortitude in order to just be able to sort of, like, especially when something really, you know, emotionally sort of acute, a real, like, stinging punch hits you. Trying to keep yourself from reacting it takes a lot of restraint.
It takes thick skin.
It does.
How do you get thick skin? By getting
it either takes thick skin or combined with, you know, like, if you just are a laid back person, maybe you're already cool or, you know, what have you. But yeah, the idea is that to be able to decide how you respond to a situation is our decision, but we kind of have to become aware of how we react to things. Absolutely. And that does take time. That takes skin.
Yeah. What interested me earlier today was this person that had an issue with me. They've had issues, like personal issues, like relationship issues, friends that lost somebody, you know, real close to them, kind of issues. And I was like, okay, when it comes to relationships, if you're going to have a problem where you're going to go and attack everybody that says anything to you, probably the best thing for you to do is to get off of Blab or get off of Facebook and just try to find a way to calm down from whatever's going on instead of attacking everybody.
Well, that takes real foresight right there. It seems like when a situation hands you a perfect enemy, you forget that you start discounting their humanity too. Like the idea that they might be in a hard situation you're not understanding. So that's
the thing that people try telling me. So this person's friend lost their kid, and I understand how that can react or make anybody feel, you know. But I said, I understand your week was bad, and it's not until today that I've expressed how my week was. I said, okay, your friend lost a kid. I feel bad for them. This week I found out my uncle was found murdered.
So sorry, Sam.
Man.
The thing is, I didn't want to bring it up. I was trying to be cheerful minded, you know, try to keep that away from everybody because I was there for myself, not for my feelings to be put out there. this person was bringing their feelings into the blab and making everyone feel like crap.
Mm-hmm.
So when they said that, oh, I have this kind of week, I was like, okay, I'll one up you. Try finding out that your relative was found murdered. Then tell me how much of a week you had, if it was good or bad. Ultimately, they kicked me out that room.
You know, it takes a lot of strength to decide to take the high road when you have the license to take the low road. Definitely. I mean,
it does. There's our co-host. She finally came out. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, but that situation, I understand, you know, their way to cope things is way different from mine. Like, I just left it alone. I was gone. And I went on to other things, you know.
Kudos to you for doing that, you know.
Yeah.
That could really steam a lot of people for a long time, you know. You gotta sort of find your peace and just roll on with it, because there's no good to be had from that situation.
Yeah, it's not.
I think it stems from self-awareness too, Sam. So good on you.
Well, when it comes to living in Flint, anything can happen. And my uncle lived in Flint, so I know when it comes to homicides and murder, stuff like that, it happens every day in different areas, and I feel for people when they lose it. But I try keeping that away from, like, I found out Tuesday about this.
You didn't even tell me?
Of last week. I didn't tell anyone. But I was able to process it a different way than others. You know, like, when my mom found out, it was bad. Like, I could tell in her voice and everything that it was really bad. But for me, I processed it different. Because when I worked for Homeland Security, when it comes to life and death situations with family, how my reaction was, like, taught, I'm not supposed to react crazy, even though it may happen, you know, something like that may happen. Or, like, there was a time where my dad quit breathing, you know, and my mom went crazy. I had to calm her down. I was calm the whole situation.
Wow.
Me and my other brothers, we were calm the whole situation. But, you know, that's what I was taught, you know, going through Homeland Security, getting that training, getting that mindset. When it comes to family, it could be harder for people to try to stay under, like, a certain reaction. But how I was taught, I was able to stay calm the whole situation, you know, the whole time and everything. So when I found out about my uncle, I was like, just took it.
That's rough, man.
So
I'm sorry to hear about your uncle.
Yes, I'm very sorry.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out when the funeral is. So
do you have to fly there, or is it local?
It's local. Like, I'm 22 minutes from Flint, so it's really close.
Awesome.
I used to live in Mount Pleasant.
Huh?
I hate Lower Michigan. I used to live in Mount Pleasant.
In Michigan?
Okay.
Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah, it's at the top, like mid-top.
So, like just north of middle. It's not too. It's like an hour from Lansing.
It's so funny when people that live in Michigan, all you have to be like, where do you live?
Yeah,
and
it's always
you gotta like somewhere around there, or right here, somewhere close to the water, right over here.
Are you telling me?
Mm-hmm.
Just in general, like anyone.
Like, Lower Michigan is it's the shape of a mitten, so you just do that.
Yeah.
I'm from Traverse City, or I'm from, like, Kalamazoo or something, or
So what would the shape of California be?
I don't think
Feel
you
your
know what,
palm.
there's two places to be in California.
And
And
what
if you're from LA and
Oh.
the Bay.
LA and the Bay?
You know those long socks?
Yes, like the stocking socks, but they're socks that you wear.
Like the socks you wear, you could, if you just take the ridge out for your foot, that could be California.
True. Yeah, I'm
So every time somebody asks where you're from, you take your sock off, and you're like, right here.
Right. I'm in San Diego.
We actually had a conversation earlier this week about California and what it resembles, and we said the long sock.
The long sock. That's cute. Hi, Bruce. How are you? Oh my gosh, I'm going to be in Vegas this week.
Oh, that's right. I do remember you saying that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to come search you out, young lady.
I know. I posted on Facebook about it, and I know that you were one of my friends that showed up when I did a Las Vegas search, because everywhere I go, I search for my peeps out there. And yes. So you.
Yeah, I am very tired today. The church I belong to, I served the whole day, so I've been there from 7:30 this morning till 3, and then I went back in the afternoon for the Spanish service, and I did security for that service. So I'm pretty tired. I'm wore out.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Well, thank you for joining us.
Well, I said, let me hop in and see what's going on.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you here. Do you have anything you want to get off your chest or vent about besides being tired?
No, not really. I think the thing that disturbs me the most, that I really get fired up and pissed off about, is the stuff that goes on. Like what went on in Orlando, that tragedy that happened last night or early this morning. Is that kind of stuff really, I don't know, it gets my goat, and then when we've got people that want to let, and I understand in a way, but you know what I mean? I'm talking about the issue with the refugees coming.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the shooting.
Well, I'm talking about that, but a lot of that has to do with people coming that we don't know anything about, and they lose it, or they go radical, or they whatever it is that's going on with these people, or they just, that really frustrates me.
Yeah,
that kind of thing. But really can't do a whole heck of a lot about it. We can complain about it, but if the country makes a decision, or the powers that be make a decision to do something, is really, I don't think there's a whole heck of a lot we can do other than protest about it. You know what I'm saying?
Even when you protest about stuff, it could get deadly. It's just all around bad.
Yeah. I love Mother Teresa's quote. I don't know if you guys ever heard it, but she said, and it's like Mother Teresa, okay? She's like, I won't ever attend a protest, but if you invite me to a peace rally, I'll come. And she had such a good insight and perception on that subject, because the more that we resist something and fight against it and basically make it more than what it's supposed to be, the more it happens, and the more it's kind of like the law of attraction. But if you think opposite of that, so say for example your situation, Bruce, you don't like all that stuff, okay, what's that everybody could do to get together to bring more awareness to the situation in a good light, to where it's not overgoing with the basically, so it's not like overstepping the boundaries of the law of attraction. Do you guys know how the law of attraction works? No, okay. Have you guys seen The Secret?
Like me.
Okay. Well, they say like, and it's the law of the universe, the law of attraction. Obviously, just like the law of gravity. If you're jumping off of a building, it doesn't matter if you're a good person or a bad person. You're going to hit the floor, and depending on how high up you are, you might even die. And so if you're going against stuff, you're going to get more of that stuff brought into your awareness in your life. If you're, experiencing or continuously thinking of good things, you're going to get good things. If you're continuously thinking of bad things, you're going to get bad things. Like the Henry Ford quote, if you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, you're right. Like, it's kind of a really simple concept that we humans tend to make complicated, but it makes a lot of sense. And Mother Teresa really understood that, and I thought that was really cool.
What you put into the universe is what you're going to get back.
Yes.
So if you're putting negativity into the universe, that's what you're getting back.
Right.
The more you put out there, the more you get back.
I liked what Gandhi had to say about that, which was, to be the change you wish to see in the world.
Yes.
And when you see an atrocity like this happen, it shouldn't fan the flames of vengeance or anything like that. If you want peace and you want there to be not killing, you have to cool out and realize what the losses are, and just kind of count your bruises and move on. Mourn your loss, but don't perpetuate the problem. But there's
because the more you think about it,
the more it grows. I don't know. But there's arguments to say, like Gandhi wouldn't have won against the Nazis and stuff like that. But
Gandhi wouldn't have fought because he understood the difference of. Do you guys think Gandhi would have fought? I don't think he would have fought.
It kind of goes against the whole Gandhi thing. But
yeah. Isn't life just so awesome and crazy? I love it.
At moments, definitely.
It's definitely something.
Yeah. Well, I love like technology. Okay, that's what my vent was about today. Technology. It's been a real nice challenge, but it's so nice to be able to connect with everybody. Like literally, you don't have to wait to be on like Oprah to have your own show. You're just like, nope, I'm gonna have my own show and I'm starting it. And and then you meet amazing people, like all of you guys, and like I don't know, it's just so cool to share experiences and like ideas, concepts, thoughts. Am I just tripping a total dork, or do you guys agree with me?
Yeah, you just kind of veered off into I love technology land there for a second. I agree.
I do, but
I love technology
too. I like what it could do. I'm just technologically a little bit challenged, but I'm learning.
Everybody on Blab has picked up on something.
Right? Yeah.
Not me. I've already knew about this stuff a long
Sam,
time.
you're just a know-it-all.
We're all trying to catch up.
You've been there way before we have.
It's not my fault. At the age of 16, I was visited by FBI.
Right?
No.
So.
Well, it might have been, but
Well, it kind of was my fault. Never mind. But it's not my fault. My brain was smart enough to get into stuff at that age.
Yeah, that's actually really an admirable thing. Not a lot of people get that invitation.
I gotta leave you guys. I gotta go and take my late dinner. So it's
Hey,
good to talk to you.
Oh, it wasn't an invitation. I'll tell you that much.
Well, have a
See you,
good
Rabbi.
one. Take
Catch you
care.
around.
Peace, brother.
Peace.
Yeah, the other day, since you were talking about technology, I don't know if you had a chance to see a couple of the videos I put up, Tiffany, but I have 2 accounts on Facebook. So I go between the both of them and I do my videos on my weight loss deal that I've been doing. And I went on my second account and I put up a video yesterday about, it wasn't even really about my weight loss. It had to do with what are the tools I use. And then the next day I got a text from somebody, and it was a person that I work with or whose child I take care of in the program I work with. And she said, I need that. Can you call me and give me the information? And so when I talked to her, This is really funny. She goes, I want to be a part of that. And she says, give me the information and I'll get back to you. So I gave her the information. She called me back and said, well, I was going to buy the product, but I think I'm going to become a coach because my mom wants the product too. So Friday, she's going to become a coach with me, and she's going to sign her mother up as a customer. It was just a kind of a weird thing. I mean, I put it out there, you know, try to be positive about what I do and everything, and it just like, boom, it just happened. I'm like, sweet. It was crazy.
That is so cool. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
I see how that works. You know how that really works. If you put it out there, you just positive and be yourself. Stuff just, like you said, it just comes back at you.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Right.
That's what The Secret teaches, and I've been studying the law of attraction for 11 years, going on 12. And it wasn't until last year that I really, really understood and saw firsthand the concept. And I was like, whoa, it was like a huge epiphany. And I have like epiphanies all the time. I was going to start like a live Facebook thing called Tiffany's Epiphanies because I'm constantly like, oh yeah, like, but it was so cool to like, because I put it into practice. I don't know if you haven't seen the movie, Bruce, you should go get it. It's called The Secret, and it's by Jack Canfield and Bob Proctor and everything. But yeah, it's been amazing to study and see firsthand how it works and experience it. And then you're co-creator, like in the most cool, magical way. I love it.
Yeah. And I'm freezing again. So good.
If you're freezing, man, you should get some covers. I'm kidding.
The internet loves me. I'm putting it positive information out there. The internet loves me.
Well, the internet's pretty big, so.
Well, yeah.
That's a great statement, though. If the internet's that big and it loves you, wow.
That's a lot of love and compassion right there.
Right?
That's all you need.
Yeah, so what day are you coming out here, Tiffany?
I will be out there Tuesday. I'm going to mingle on Tuesday evening. And I think we get to staying at the, well, I won't say that publicly. I'll send you an IM or something. Okay. But I'm going to be mingling Tuesday night, Wednesday day. Wednesday, I have my new show coming out called Soul Search with one of like she's an imprint coach, Teresa Lynn, and she's amazing. And I'm going to be doing it live from Las Vegas. And then we have the gratitude show at 9:30 right after. So let's see, 9:30, 10:30. I'm not sure if I'm going to be out too late on Wednesday, but then there's Thursday, EDC's in town. So I have to go see my favorite group, Above and Beyond. And
that's not the Electric Daisy Carnival?
Yes. I haven't been to one of those since I was like 17. So I'm super excited.
I'm excited if I make it there.
Yeah.
Because I got VIP tickets waiting for me for free.
Oh. Well, if you don't, you can always come over to me.
Well, they're not transferable, so.
I didn't even know that was going on this week.
Yeah, it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, it's going to be, oh my God, it's going to be crazy busy down on the strip and out there I think it's out by the raceway is where they have it out by the speedway.
Well, I'm not going for the actual EDC event. I just love Above and Beyond. I don't know if you guys have heard of them, but they're a group. And they're like, I don't know if they're going to be this close. I saw them on New Year's. They were actually in San Diego. So I went to their show, and then they're going to be hosting or spinning a day show at it's like a pool party or whatever. So, but yeah, I'm not to the point anymore. Not that I'm like old or anything, but I kind of feel like I am. And when it comes to partying like that, so.
Yeah, right. You don't have to,
I can't do it anymore. I don't have it in me to go for days. Like, no way. And plus, like, I have.
Well, you could go for sets, though.
Yeah, but there's a lot like that I have that I'm like creating in life and like doing in life, and like I have priorities, I guess, is you know, above and beyond the one thing I could pick to go out there to see, and I'm going to see, which I'm super excited. But that's about it for me for partying for a while.
Yeah,
Gotta balance.
This is an event that brings a lot of money to Vegas,
Mm-hmm.
and all those little neat little stores where everybody buys all the little props and stuff that they wear out there. They may make tons of money.
Oh, I'm sure.
See, where I would be is either the first stage for the it's hard for me to explain. Hold on. The sky decks.
Like the rooftop?
Those things. No, I don't know. Like, I've never been to EDC, so this would be the first time for me. But I didn't know which one to try to find to buy for.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Trying to find the picture.
I think the idea is you find your artists that you want to go see, or your composers or whatever, and then go from there. But I don't know, like, I think every venue is different. At least out here in California, it was like Indio where I went last. But Bruce, do you know of any good rooftop lounges or bars in Las Vegas? If you're paused and stuff, you can just type it in, because I was looking for a Tuesday night venue hangout.
Yeah, I guess the starting price for the Skydecks are $5,000 a night.
Wow, that's crazy. What are
The
you
highest one, the most expensive one, is $25,000.
The Ferris wheel. Thank you. Where are you at?
Who?
Jen's. Sorry, I'm like, everybody's just supposed to expect. Santa Barbara. Awesome. Woohoo, you're a Cali guy. I'm in California too.
Mm-hmm.
So Bruce, I was asking before you got off, what are some good like socializing rooftop lounges, like venues to hang out at, for that's not too loud, but it's still fun?
To be honest with you, I really don't know, because that's never been my venue to, you know, I'm not a big party person, or, you know, I mean, I love to hang out, but and most of the places down usually on the strip are pretty, I shouldn't say rowdy, but, you know, they're pretty loud.
Yeah, well, I was trying to think of like a place to be Tuesday night, and I'm not sure, because I'm also going to go interview random people on the streets and ask them like their perception of happiness and gratitude and all that stuff. So,
Okay. I'll have to. I know I have some friends. I'll have to ask them and see what they think. And I'll have to get back to you, since we're on Facebook, so I can kind of just kind of give you an idea when I find out.
Awesome, thank you. Ghost Bar was what Jen said. Have you heard of that, Bruce?
Yeah, I have heard of that. I've never been there, but yeah, I've heard of it. I'll tell you another cool place, but it's it costs money to get up in there, and it's you ever heard of the Ice Bar?
I have. I've been there. Yeah, that's
They suit you up with boots and gloves and everything. And it's the whole bar is made out of ice, Sam. The whole bar, everything, cups, everything is made out of ice.
It's really cool, because they even have their shot glasses like ice sculpted.
Yep. I get whoever came up with that idea. It's amazing. I mean, it's very unique. It's different, and it's something that you probably, if you're coming to Vegas, you probably want to experience it at least one time. You know, go get your drink there, go get your shot or whatever it is, and give it a shot. I have yet to go there yet, but like I said, I'm not a big, you know, person when it comes to that.
Yeah. I definitely want to find something that's free to get in, because if I'm going to be like, well, I'm at this place, I don't want it to be challenging for people to not get in or whatever because of money or something like that. So I know I've been to that ice bar, Jens. When I was in Stockholm last time I went there, it was so cool. Sorry, Sam, go ahead.
This picture I just posted in that fourth seat, that shows like all the prices for each day of the sky deck. And the first tier is $10,000 to $25,000 each night. The red one, which is the gold, is 6 to 10 on Friday and or just Friday. On Saturday, it's 8,000 to 20,000. On Sunday, it's 8,000 to 15,000. And then the third tier is $5,000, which is the red, or not the red, but the purple.
Good thing I got
those sky decks. Well, the sky decks are different. So it comes with parking pass. You get your private sky deck check-in with the welcome champagne toast. You get helicopter rides, transportation from your hotel to the center, wherever there. You get dedicated wait staff and your private air-conditioned restrooms. So, I mean, besides that, you get to have your own little private area that you get to party with a group of up to 10 people. So that's not that bad.
Yeah, it's not. And yes, you're right, Jens. I mean, all I have to do whenever I go to Vegas is just send an Instagram or a tweet or something out, and like they're all over it. The promoters and stuff in Vegas, girls, majority of the time, always getting free everywhere, and special.
True. A lot of girls get
guys buy the girls a drink. Hey, you're so cute. Hey, want a drink?
Yeah, right.
Well, usually that's how it is almost everywhere. I know nightclubs where girls get in free, guys have to pay. It's a lot of places. Even when I worked for like nightclubs or venues that had parties in them, the girls would just show up and get in free. The guys show up, pay out to show up and party. So
yeah, I used to get.
I'm glad I've never had to.
But you look so cute in a tutu.
No, I worked my butt off on those nights. People are crazy.
When I was modeling, I used to get hired to just show up at clubs and random places. I don't even know why. I guess promotion pretty girls or whatever, but I didn't complain. You have to
not
show
a lot
up.
of girls do.
Like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, not a lot of girls complain, especially when something's free.
Yeah, you got that right. I was going to ask Jens, before we end here, I wanted to ask, what do you know about the Swedish bar, ice bar in Sweden? Do you know any Swedish?
Oh, the one in Sweden?
German? Oh, okay.
That ice bar one? Yeah. I have friends that live out there, so that's how I know about it.
The last time I went to Sweden, I usually go out when I go out for like a month because my dad's from Sweden. He goes every year, but he's from Linköping, and we fly into Stockholm first. But Nuremberg, I've only been to Munich, Germany, and Frankfurt, Germany. I'm not sure how close that is away, but from where you live. But yes, and hi, Tyrese. It's a really, really cool. Well, Stockholm is just cool in every way, anyways. But it's awesome. Like they've got a really good. It's not that big, which I like. It's kind of quaint and everything. But I went in the winter time when it was already like freezing, so it didn't really make a difference. I couldn't tell if it was cold or not. I just kept my jacket on the whole time. And they have the same things, like the shots in ice glasses. Like the shot glasses are made out of ice.
It's pretty cool.
1.5 hours from Frankfurt. Cool. Awesome. You stayed
that's
in the
one thing I
hotel
want.
part?
Make sure you go pee before you sleep. Okay, whatever that means.
Oh, at the ice hotel, at the ice bar hotel. Yeah.
I would imagine no.
I didn't know you could stay in the hotel. Like I didn't see the hotel area. But yeah, so I am, let's see, it's 7 o'clock. See, that's how like busy my day's been. I'm like looking at the clock. I see that it says 11 and I say 7. What a dork I am. But yeah, so our show is over, and usually I would spend more time on, like you guys know, I do almost every single time. But I still haven't even packed for Vegas yet. And Bruce, I will let you know. I'll IM you when I figure out where on Tuesday we'll be, and
Okay.
and then if you can't make Tuesday night or whatever, let's see, Wednesday day. I'm not sure what you do for work or whatnot, but I'll send you my availability. It would be really nice to connect with you, meet you in person.
Okay.
And let's see. I know the poker tournament's going on, right, Sam?
Yeah, it is.
I think it's still going on.
Do you play poker, Bruce?
No, I don't play poker, but I know that. I mean, we got so much going on in Vegas. It's crazy. I mean, and with EDC and that going on, and there could be thousands of people here running all over the place.
Friday, I actually played poker with a couple people that played poker there. So
awesome. Well, I don't play poker, and if I did, I'd suck at it because I don't know what I'm doing. But
hey, don't put that negative stuff out there.
You're right. You are so right. Thank you, Bruce. So easy to forget.
I'm not good at it either, but
I was
the 100th and like 32nd person to get knocked out of a 600 people tournament, so that's not bad.
That's not bad at all.
No, that's not bad at all.
Really good.
That's actually pretty darn good.
Yeah. But okay, well, I'm gonna get packing, and I hope you guys all have a good week. Stay tuned next week. I'm gonna be hosting live from Vegas my show launch, Soul Search with Teresa Lynn, who's an imprint coach, and I'm going to be doing numerology. She's going to be doing cards, and it's just going to be a lot of fun. And then Wednesday night at 9:30 is the gratitude show from 9:30 to 10:30. So, and as always, the event is Sundays from 10 to 11 Pacific time. This is all Pacific time. Forgot that part. All right, Bruce. Well, you have an amazing night. Sam, always a blessing and a pleasure. Jens, it was really nice networking with you and talking with you and learning a little bit more about you. And Chris, thank you for joining us too. I hope to see you all some other time. And yeah, make this week successful and prosperous. All right, you guys. Have a good week.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh no.